Hello and welcome back to Weide-Market by Weide-Market. On this channel you'll find content to help you figure out your growth from where you are right now to genuine wealth. What is genuine wealth? Well, that consists of financial wealth, obviously, social wealth, in other words your relationships, the quality relationships you have in business and in your personal life. Then there's health or physical wealth. Now for me, that includes mental health and spiritual health as well. And then there's time wealth. If you don't have a balance of all of these four, then you're lacking genuine wealth. You might be wealthy in some of those quadrants, but if you don't have a balance of all four, you don't have genuine wealth. In this video, we're going to be talking about why am I doing this channel, why have I created Weide-Market to begin with, and it really stems from my personal story. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about who I am and where I come from and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So like I said, I'm going to tell a little bit about my story. Now, there's no Lambos here like you'll see in the title below. And it's also not a rags to riches kind of story. I hope this inspires at least someone out there. I share my story in the hopes that it inspires someone or gets someone going, gets someone motivated to do that initial step. By the way, motivation will get you going, but discipline will keep you going when things get tough. It's really just a story of a guy growing up in South Africa and living a fairly normal life. I didn't have a lot of things growing up. My parents weren't necessarily well off, although I never lacked anything that I needed. So that doesn't mean that I was spoiled. I'm the eldest of 4 kids, so my parents had to turn around their cents from time to time. But for the most part, I never went to sleep without food. I never lacked for warm clothes. I've always had a roof over my head. So I guess from that perspective, I've had a pretty awesome life so far. Skipping ahead a few years, finished school, went to varsity, finished my studies in engineering, and then from there I moved into working for various companies as a technician in maintenance and now in sales in the later part of my career. What I've come to realize is that I've never learned myself how to work with money, how the money flow works. I understand the concepts of assets and liabilities, budgeting, balance sheets, income statements and all these kind of things, but really understanding the flow of money and managing my money properly, I just went with the flow and made debt when I wanted to buy something, and many times got into trouble by not being able to get into the end of the month with money left rather than a month left at the end of the money. So that's really where Weide-Market was born. In the need for me to understand my own finances, as well as having a need to educate. I love teaching people what I know. Now once again, I'm no guru, I'm no financial advisor. Like I said, I studied engineering, and my career has always been about engineering and fiddling with stuff from a small child. I used to take things apart and couldn't put them back together. I like things with flickering lights or blowing horns, buttons to press and all these kind of things. So naturally I'm drawn to tinkering with machines and so on. So the need for me to understand finances and the flow of money has always been a lingering thing for me, in terms of I've always wanted to have my own business. I've always wanted to be able to provide for myself and my loved ones. I've always had this urge to go traveling, see the world, experience interesting things. And that's really a reflection of who I am, in terms of I'm always excited about life. I'm always in awe of how things work together. And the one thing that I've never in the past used to be able to control or understand properly is my personal finances. So in my journey over the last couple of years, taking control of my finances and getting better still today at managing my personal finances, I've created Weide-Market with the need or with the intention of sharing my experience in terms of making wrong decisions, of when to make debt and for what, and how to budget my money. So where does building wealth start? For me, in my experience up to this point, is you have to have a surplus between what your income and your expenditure is. If you don't have a surplus, you don't have leeway to do things with your money. And you're always going to be working for money instead of your money working for you while you sleep. Now obviously it takes time to get there. It doesn't happen overnight. You don't snap your fingers and then you have this massive income. You have to put in the work. You have to define what you want to do and how you want to do it. You have to have a plan, and then you actually have to start. If you don't actually start, there's no way you're ever going to get there. The hardest part of a journey of making change is taking that first step. But if you don't take the first step in any journey, there's no way you're going to get to the destination. So obviously you need to define the destination, but you also need an action plan along the way. But the action plan is fluid. You can always change and adjust along the way. That first step is essential, and then building momentum towards your end goal, your end destination. And how do you build momentum? You build that through consistency. So that's where I am right now. I'm really working towards being able to teach other people and copy a system of generating wealth and taking control of your personal finances. That includes investing, choosing investments wisely, managing your money wisely, and structuring your budget in certain ways that make sense for you to be able to reach the goals that you have. And then your goals should be personal to you. Don't let anybody teach you or tell you what your goals should be. Your goals are your goals, and they're supposed to be personal. Make them your own goals, and don't be chasing someone else's goals. Don't be chasing someone else's dreams, and don't be comparing yourself to the next door neighbor or the people on Instagram or the people on social media. Your journey starts with your first step, and your destination is what you decide it should be. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you do like it. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. It doesn't really matter to me. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy my life, and I suggest you start doing the same. Enjoy your life, have fun, work hard, but play hard as well. Subscribe to this channel, check out the rest of the videos on this channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Be blessed. Cheers.